Hello everyone and welcome to Curate's YouTube channel. Today we're going to be discussing this build that you see in the back with Denver Eshe, who is the individual that is over this job site. So we're going to be asking questions, talking about process, talking about challenges that we've overcome or that we have faced, and also what is next to come on this job site itself. We are currently in St. Elmo on a very steep slope, and this is something that's really exciting because you're going to be able to see trusses being swung and hung today and set. So stay tuned and we'll get to talk to Denver more. I am here with Denver Eshe. He has been assigned the project. He is one of the head curators at Curate for us. And Denver, you have quite the job here.
It's been a fun one. One of the key things has been this driveway. As you can see behind us, it's fairly steep. We had to submit a plan to the city of Chattanooga for making sure that it wasn't too steep. And right now we just have a construction entrance put in, and eventually we'll have a concrete apron at the bottom. And then we're going to be putting in a Portland mix type of cement base that will allow it to almost function like concrete, yet it's really just a form of gravel.
Okay, so it really allows to expand and contract. What's the science behind some of it and why we want to use that here?
I mean, it's more economical than concrete, and it serves almost the same as concrete.
Perfect.
And basically, once we pull up in here, we will transition to concrete, true concrete poured at the entrance of the garage, and then the parking pad is going to be the same Portland mix.
So what are some challenges that you faced building on a raw piece of land like this?
I mean, utilities are going to be a little bit of a challenge because we've basically got our sewer tap down there and the house is up here. I mean, we've got gravity feed out of the basement to get down there. But we are having to do underground power trenching, which goes from the underground location right there off that power pole to the house.
Okay.
And then water line is going to be a little challenge too. But we've not found any rocks that weren't movable, so there's been nothing that we can't move. And you can see many of these rocks we've used in the landscaping.
Which I see a ton, and I think that's something that is very unique that you've done on the site is say, hey, we should reuse this stuff in this form and fashion, and this is how we should do it. I think that's something that speaks volumes to Curate as well. Absolutely.
So one of the trees I want to point that's super cool on their property is right over here behind us. It looks like a tree out of the Lord of the Rings or something. I mean, it's so old. I wish I knew how old that tree was.
Yeah.
But really, the idea is to build this large home nestled inside the trees so that they're close enough to provide the shade in the summertime, but they're far enough away to give you ample room to grow grass and landscaping.
Well, that's perfect. Well, I know we have some intricate parts of the structure itself. Do you want to go talk a little bit about that?
Sure.
Let's do it. All right, Denver, let's talk a little bit about the structure. So one interesting fact that you told me is how many loads of dirt did you take out of here?
So I think we're a little over 200 dump truck loads of dirt to be able to create the building pad for the full basement. So,
which is here.
Right. So this is a shear walled basement, which is 14 feet from the top of the footing to the top of the wall, which allows this house to basically nestle into the earth.
What you can see right here.
Correct. So this is the front door. It's going to be coming off of here, and we're going to build a planter box that comes up beyond the shear poured wall step down right here. There'll be a planter box that holds back the earth for the stairway, and then I believe that the stairs are going to go around down to the parking area.
Which is perfect. And then I see you have French drains that are back here too.
Correct.
Talk us through how you've gone through the whole grading plan to incorporate those French drains down here.
So basically after the shear poured wall was established and poured, and then all the form work was taken off the shear poured walls, then we waterproofed.
Yep.
And then we put down socked French drain pipes.
You see there.
There are two right there. We did two for this home to go around the entire perimeter to create fall if any water gets down
into it. And so for those that don't know what waterproofing looks like on a shear poured wall, it's going to be the black.
Correct. One other thing is we use dimple boards. So you have the waterproofing material that goes up first, and you have dimple boards that have fabric for any soil mitigation of soil to get inside the wall area.
Right.
And then we backfilled with gravel, minimum of 2 feet against that before we put any earth up.
And that's something great to know if you're into building science. Look up dimple board, because I didn't know what it was before I started construction.
So one other cool thing is this house has floor trusses. So we use floor trusses between the basement level and the first level. And then we also have floor trusses from the first level to the second level, and stick framing basically everywhere for the walls. And then we have roof trusses that were designed and engineered for over the great room as well as over the rest of